Hello and welcome to today's video tutorial on Xiangqi opening theory. This will be the first of a few videos that will introduce the Mandarin duck cannons, which is another unorthodox counter that has been present since the ancient times. This is based on the book Deception and Countermeasures in the Xiangqi opening by Master Wenqing and Grandmaster Zhang. So without further ado, let us see what the authors had for us. Central cannon, and black would choose to develop h2 plus 3 instead of h8 plus 7. Black continues as planned. Now for the second move, p7 plus 1 is played. This is the older way of playing this position. p3 plus 1 will be the newer third pawn advancement variation. Now, since black had not moved any cannon or chariot, any horse over here, red will attack the cannon as planned. And this will lead to black playing 9 plus 2 for the Hallmark. This is the Hallmark move for the Mandarin duck cannons, whereby the chariot will now protect the cannon and allow for black to retreat his cannon and move c2 equals to 8 to attack the red chariot over here. Now this is quite an old irregular opening. Now at this point in time, there are 4 major variations: h8 plus 9, h8 plus 7, c8 equals to 6, and c8 plus 2. Now all of these variations are very lengthy, and because of the scope of the video, I will choose to do 2 variations at one time for this board. So without further ado, let us begin. In the first variation, red would play h8 plus 9 to develop his left horse as a edge horse. Now this is not a good move because black will be given many chances to adjust his position. After h8 plus 7, black will retreat his cannon as planned, and red would usually play r2 plus 6 to advance the chariot across the river to prevent attack by the black cannon. r2 plus 4 equals to 4 will be another choice. So r2 plus 4, black will start to defend and consolidate his defense. Red continues to develop the other chariot. And black will play r1 plus 1, attacking the red chariot. And then playing h8 equals to 6 again to attack this chariot. And black would now have developed all his 6 major pieces. Red attempts an attack from the central file, but black would now continue to counterattack. A force of chariot to release some pressure. And if black made this move, black would simply capture the central pawn. Now black's formation is very versatile and he can handle any attacks by red with ease. So r2 plus 4 is also not a good idea. Now what about r2 plus 6? Again, black would develop his left elephant to protect to consolidate his central file. Red again develops the left chariot as a rank chariot as he tries to fight for control of either one of the red files. And this will allow for coordination of the red forces. It would not be a good idea to play c8 equals to 7 because black will start concentrating his material on this flank. Sorry, c8 h8 plus 7, r8 plus 4, and black can be very satisfied with this situation. Now, the red chariot would not dare to capture the black horse, or black would simply play c7 equals to 8 to capture the red chariot. Now, trading the red chariot for 2 of black's major pieces so early in the game is not a good idea. So that is why the effects of this chariot will now be greatly limited, and black will now start prepared to storm this flank. Black can be very satisfied with this situation. Now h8 plus 7, r9 plus 1 will be met by black's h8 plus 7. This is a very orderly development of the pieces and shows the versatility of the Mandarin duck cannons, whereby it can adopt formations similar to the screen horse defense. Now c2 equals 7 would not be a good idea because red would play r9 equals to 4, and at this point in time, the material on black's left flank will find trouble developing because the two chariots will now add a lot of pressure on these 4 pieces over here. So black would have an easier time ahead in this variation. So that is why h8 plus 7 is usually advocated. Now, at this point, r9 equals to 6 is advised. r9 equals to 4 is not a good idea because black will choose to control this root file and adopt something like the sandwich horse defense formation. r2 equals 3 would also be a bad idea because black will simply retreat his cannon and start to attack this file. So c2 equals to 4, r9 equals to 6 is advocated, whereby red would attempt to move his chariot over here. Now black tries to attack. 5-7 cannons. Sorry, b9 plus 1 followed by h7 plus 6, somewhat of the left riverbank horse variation for black. As can be seen, black's material have been well developed and the pressure on red's right flank is mounting. Black, obviously, this cannot be a good satisfactory opening for red. So h8 plus 9 would not be a good idea. The second variation will be h8 plus 7, whereby red chooses to develop his horses as proper horses. Now this would be also a better move compared to storing the horse on the edge file. Black would continue as planned with c2 minus 1, preparing for c2 equals to 8. r2 plus 6 is played, and black would take his time to develop his left horse. It would not be a good idea to start attacking with c2 equals to 7 now, because red would be prepared to attack from the central file. Check. And at this point in time, one red chariot had pinned 3 major black pieces, and although an elephant was lost, it would take black much effort to try to make anything out of these 2 pieces. On the other hand, red would have developed almost all these major pieces, and r9 equals to 8 would be very possible as red will continue to start his attack. So that is why h8 plus 7 is advised. Now p7 plus 1 was given a book. A viable alternative would be c2 equals to 5. Black will counter the central cannon 2. r2 equals to 3. Retreating the cannon to the bottom rank. e7 plus 5. Preparing for c8 equals to 7. p3 plus 1 can also be played. And as can be seen, black would now be attacking this flank. There are many possible tactical combinations, so black can be satisfied with this position. Now if let's say r9 equals to 8 were played instead of r2 equals to 3, black would simply move the horse to the riverbank, and again black would have an easier time ahead. So that is why p7 plus 1 is a alternative. It's the better alternative, sorry. Black will go with h7 plus 6, r2 equals to 4, attacking the pawn. And a necessary move by black to make. It would be a bad idea to play c2 equals to 7 now, because black would simply play black would simply attack the cannon in this manner. So c8 equals to 6, so that c2 equals to 7 would not be met with too much resistance. And r equals to 8. C2 equals 7, and red will counter with the pale corner cannon in this manner. This will allow red to adjust its formation in preparation for black's attack on this file. Now it would h6 plus 5 will be met by black sacrificing trading his horse for the central cannon. And after trading material, the situation is simplified, and black will now have concentrated material on this flank. Black will still be in contention. Hence, h6 plus 5 is not a good idea. Sorry. And this will be a standoff situation. Red will have slight advantage, but black can be very happy with this position. So this would be h8 plus 7. A short recap. Because there's 4 variations, I've decided to break the series down into a few videos, otherwise it will be too long. So, short recap. C2 equals to 5. Mandarin duck cannons with 7-pawn advancement. Mandarin duck cannons. In the first variation, h8 plus 9 was played. In the second variation, h8 plus 7 was played. And out of these two variations, if they were to be compared, this would be a better move for red. So I hope you've enjoyed this short video. I'm still experiencing technical difficulties with my headphone set recently, so I hope the voice quality doesn't sound too bad, and sorry for any trouble caused. Thank you, and if you like my work, please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up.